But it looks like we're going to go ahead and get started into this now. Game 1, round 3 of Silver Pools between Moona Fanclub and Monkeys. I will say Monkeys a little bit more of an unknown for me. I recognize some of the players here on the whole, but I think they did make a pretty impressive run in pools, or like they won games that I would not have expected them to win. And so it'll be interesting to see exactly how they do here and how they fare against Moona Fanclub.
Yeah, it certainly will. I mean, I'm really excited to see what we're going to have. I am also excited to look at these comps. You know, Slasher Machine, super fun, Ballpoint, and Zap. I'm really, though, looking at this Gal. I don't think I've seen a Gal all day, definitely,
yeah.
for sure. But
well, I haven't for the 2 other sets I was casting, but
yeah.
In addition, I see another Dynamo, which is kind of interesting to me as well. So a lot of interesting picks coming out. Either way, we're going to see a little bit more of a neutral start to this match. Now it looks like these members of Moona Fanclub are going to start pushing forward. Going to hop on the tower first, though, are the Monkeys. They're going to see if they can go for it, and Trell going to unfortunately fall off the map there. Now we'll see exactly how this continues and how this plays out moving forward.
Yeah, I think so far they are doing a pretty good job making sure that they can get exactly where they need to go. But, you know, this first checkpoint is the one that they need to kind of contest, make sure that they can't quite get past it as quickly as they want to, and that's what Trell is doing for. But no, Sevi is able to hold on to that and then jumps back.
Yeah, no, I actually like that call overall.
Same.
Sevi was, playing that conservatively, wanted to get past that checkpoint. I mean, there was like 1 tick left on that thing. You might as well, if you stand on the tower, you are going to get past that checkpoint. That's exactly what Sevi did before jumping out. Didn't want to completely risk his squid life now, but we'll see exactly how Moona Fanclub responds. They are going to go ahead and hop on the tower for the time being. We'll see if the Monkeys can come back around to go ahead and take this one back. Era's going to go ahead and pop this Ink Armor as a splashdown comes in. Vanessa going to continue riding the tower for the time being as Moona is trying to get a couple picks with his Chargers, having difficulty finding a pick or 2. Era's now kind of sharking a little bit on this edge, and they are going to be able, or sorry, not going to be able to take that checkpoint, just sending this back now to mid.
Yeah, I think that was a little unfortunate because if they could have taken it, they would have been feeling really good, but it still wouldn't have necessarily meant the lead. You know, we're not that far from the points right now, so I think that's very strong, but they have their work cut out for them because it doesn't quite seem like they're ready to push forward yet.
Bomb coming into the mid. We'll see if that can open the door here, but it doesn't quite look like the case. Monkey's going to go ahead, hop back on this tower as Eris is going to go ahead and splat Trell. We'll see exactly how far they can take this push as the Stingray is starting to die out. Aries is not going to be able to find a pick onto Rissa for the time being, and that's going to be a 3-down situation, so this will probably be the end of the push. The Ballpoint will be able to get the pick, but again, Sevi jumps out, realizes that unfortunately this push is not going to go any further.
Yeah, it doesn't quite seem like it will at all, so 44 is pretty strong though. I'm really excited to see what they'll be able to do, if this is going to be a knockout or if they feel pretty confident with what they've done so far. Looks like Moona Fanclub is making this to that checkpoint yet again. They have an opportunity to hold on to this, but 2 of them go down. Rissa does pop that Booyah, not going to be able to take the checkpoint. So really tough luck for them there.
Yeah, not quite able to do anything there. The Stingray comes out yet again to try to find a couple of these members, but not really going to be very successful, I don't believe, as now the Monkeys are going to go ahead, hop back on this tower, and continue pushing forward. The Dynamo's going to be a little bit of a nuisance there as they start to pass the area where this first checkpoint was originally, and I don't think they're going to be able to do so. Well, they might. It's a standard situation as Moona Fanclub goes down. Monkeys are continuing to push forward a little bit more. Minute 15 seconds left to go in this game. And the Monkeys do have 3 specials online, so they can make a decent push here if they play their cards correctly. Splatterscuff's going to go ahead, jump on the tower. The Booyah Bomb's going to get popped on the side of Moona Fanclub. That's going to be a 2-down, 3-down situation for the side of the Monkeys. And that could very well be the end of this push. And I believe it will be. Down to the 56-point mark. Didn't quite play their cards correctly there.
No, but I think it was a fantastic, fantastic job, of stopping that push as well. They really, really made sure that they could kind of hold on to the defense there. And now it's going to be up to Moona Fanclub to finally go for this checkpoint. I think the problem they're having, to me, seems like the moment they get close enough to it, they're getting flanked, and they have to kind of back off of the tower if they want to stay alive. But some of the positioning can also maybe be a little stronger. You know, right now, a lot of them just jumped in to help support Vanessa on this tower almost through this checkpoint. It's going to be very, very strong for them and really good. If they can kind of watch out for Tails, who's climbed up to that snipe. The Stingray is supporting them too, so they don't have a long way to go. They are able to get the lead, and they've wiped Monkeys. Yeah. So that was a really fantastic turnaround for them.
That was a brilliant turnaround there. Able to get that push and keeping with it too, right? Yes. Like in that case, they didn't back off there towards the end. They kept with the tower. They kept pushing forward. They kept using their specials in order to go ahead and take that game. And yeah, Rissa and Trell putting a little more work there on that Gal and Keishin to go ahead and take that game for them. They will go up 1-0 in the set now.
Yeah, they certainly will. And I think that that was really strong showing for them, but it also showed that the teams were pretty evenly matched. I don't think that we have a clear winner in terms of who will be able to take this, but I think Rainmaker on Makomart is a good one to look at because it's also a map that's very well balanced. You can have those like runaway starts with Rainmaker, but I think in terms of this one, you have the way that's most traveled, jumping onto that block and kind of over, or if you go down to that right pass, sometimes you can get a steal really fast.
Yeah, there are definitely multiple ways to take this. There are multiple speeds to take this depending on the path that you choose to take. And so that's going to be interesting to see exactly how everything falls into place here. As we continue forward in this set. We'll see how long it does go on for. Yeah, interesting to see exactly what comes out here. Rissa might stick with the 52. It might give her a little bit more flexibility to continue moving forward. I mentioned Charles probably going to stick with the Keishin, using those arcing shots over some of these the shelves. I don't know what you'd... Cereal. There are callouts for them. None of the callouts are good. It's like the other two sides. They're probably, I guess, they're snipes, kind of. They're like
Produce.
The aggressive snipes. Yeah.
Blocks.
Y'all know if you play the game, you know what I'm talking about. At this point.
He's given up.
I've given up. I've given up. Yeah.
I think either way, if you can set yourself up in a really commanding position on this map to shut down some of those pushes, you're in a good spot. So we'll see how quickly they will be able to do it. I expect to see a couple of Booyah Bombs here, which I think could kind of shut down some of those passageways. And the map is sort of short. So, I mean, it's mid-size, I guess.
Yeah.
You can't really call it that. But there are not a whole lot of ways they can go.
One of the more favorite maps in the Splatoon community, Rainmaker on Makomart now between these two teams. Dynamo staying strong here for the side of this Moona fan club. And the Monkeys looking like they're sticking with about the same compositions. Actually, all shooter with an asterisk weapons.
Yeah, it seems like it. I'm really excited to see what we're going to get out of them today, too. So, I don't know. Right away, right away, I'm wondering here if Moona Fan Club is thinking we have to be the aggressors, we have to get this early lead, and then we can figure out what we do from there.
Looks like that's what they're going for, but John Situation is going to put a halt in that, I imagine. Eris is coming up from behind, and Moona doesn't know that they are there, but are going to fall off the map. That is so unfortunate, as now Mango goes ahead to pick up the Rainmaker. We'll see how far they can take this back in to the Moona Fan Club base.
I have to say, I was very excited to watch, Moona Fan Club kind of push from that right side, because that's the push that I usually appreciate, because I think that it can get you a lot of points very quickly. But, it was also defendable very easily. So at this point, Monkeys, they do decide to go with a little bit more of the safer push. They go up onto that plat, but it's shut down. So they have to now figure out where they can go, how they can regain some of this map control that they're missing as the Rainmaker does reset.
Yeah, the Rainmaker's going to reset for the time being. Very even back and forth so far. No team has really run away with this one for too long as Tails backs up to pop these Tenta missiles. It looks like Moona Fan Club's going to be able to get the pop. Okay, maybe not. They decided to back off after they saw those specials being popped on the side of Monkeys. That'll give them at least a little bit of mid-control, but that nice pick coming in from Moona, able to go ahead and find that Rainmaker and stop that push in its tracks.
Yeah, it looks like it. And even, oh no, Risa not quite able to stay alive. That's going to be really tough. Mango does pop a Booyah Bomb over here with the splashdown right there. Nice trade coming out.
All right.
That was a fun one.
That was an interesting trade, but nonetheless here we see this Rainmaker is kind of pushed back a decent bit. We'll see how far Moona can go ahead and take this for their own fan club as we move forward. Going to drop down to this other side, but there's another member of the Monkeys here, and that's going to be the end of that push for the time being. We'll see exactly if the Monkeys can go ahead, pick up this Rainmaker, capitalize it. But again, this Rainmaker has not left mid.
It certainly hasn't. The points haven't moved quite anywhere since those first like 30 seconds of the game. So I think that we're looking at just this like kind of stalemate right there. I was thinking to him like Vanessa's about to grab it, but no, that suction bomb was able to stop that, and Rainmaker does reset. So again, both teams are having to contend with the position it's in mid.
2:10 left on the clock here in this game, and again, nothing, I mean, yes, some stuff has happened, but really, nothing much. The Rainmaker is still in mid. 2-down situation on the side of the Monkeys. This could be the time that Moona Fan Club needs to push forward if they can find 1 or 2 more picks to be the most comfortable. And Aries is going to go down to Moona again. We'll see exactly if they can get enough ink, take care of this ballpoint on this side, and then go ahead and pick up the Rainmaker. That is kind of a delayed 3-down situation. They really should consider taking the push. This might be their best opportunity yet.
I completely agree. I think that's what they're going for right now. I think the popping the Stingray, you know, needs maybe a little bit of communication, because that Stingray was going off to the right where maybe it could have been placed a little more centrally. So that's going to be tough for them to go down over there. Beautiful pick by Trell, though. That's going to help them a whole lot if Trell can hold this. Mango is sharking. Mango is just waiting. Was hoping that Trell would come up from there and be able to take them out. Does get the pick that they're looking for. They are able to pop that Rainmaker, and this is what Monkeys are going for right now. This is their do or die moment.
It is their do and die moment indeed. They have to move forward. Booyah Bomb coming out. We'll see if Aries can go this far, but Trell is right there arcing their shots. Gonna go down. There's enough green ink here. Moona's backing up for the time being, but that will be the lead. Can't quite find the pick. Okay, now finds the pick. 55, down to the 55-point mark. That's not too terribly far, and so Moona Fan Club can make the opportunity to come back from this. We'll see exactly how explosive the end of this match is.
Yeah, it certainly will be. I mean, anything can happen in Rainmaker. Many people say that it is not over until that Rainmaker is on the pedestal, and that is absolutely right now, K-Bot. You know, we do have an opportunity for Moona Fan Club to take this back. They're getting set up. They have 2 specials online here. I think they're going to wait for 1 more before they're going to go for anything just yet, but they're trying to set up, get some ink down on that side. No, not quite able to do it. That armor is coming out on the side of Monkeys too, so it's going to be really tough to take them down right now.
Wrist is going down. It's definitely going to hurt them, but the armor going out. Tails goes down now as Aries picks up the Rainmaker, but the Monkeys are just going to be able to back up with this, and that should be the game. Monkeys taking game 2. We're going to at least a game 4.
Yay, our first game 4.
That's not to say, though, that none of these have been close. They have all been insanely close.
They have all been really close. Really close. So, and I love this looking over, you know, we were talking about earlier how much the crowd is kind of coming in here, and everybody is getting closer and closer. So, you know, it's looking good. We have some claps going out. People are watching from the projector side.
The reason why there's more of a crowd here is because Top Cut warm-up was supposed to start 8 minutes ago. So we're in the process of getting that to you.
We'll still have time for it.
We'll still have time.
Because there'll be plenty of time to warm up during turf.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
We should be able to use this 30 minutes, or the 30-minute flex time we kind of had settled for everything, and get the rest of this underway. Can I point out, by the way, I noticed this before we started last game and didn't have the opportunity to talk about it. You can see it in the top right corner, but I want you to see it better. The logo for the Monkeys is actually kind of adorable.
Yeah, it's really cute. I was looking at that too. I was like, you know, I think the teams always do a fantastic job coming up with really smart logos. Everything is always adorable. There were quite a few that I was looking through earlier that I thought, hey, this is really well done. There were... What?
Hey, this is really well done.
Yeah, actually. I think that's really freaking cute.
I mean, yeah, no, it definitely is adorable. But it's also not like the finest piece of art. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that as any slight. I love the people on this team. I love the person that made this logo. I'm just trying to be a little bit funny. Entertainment value. We're trying to go for entertainment value. That's the only thing I can provide. I can't provide insight on the game. I'm just a tournament organizer. What do I know, realistically?
I was trying to see. I think there was only one team that didn't submit a logo. And
Nice.
yeah, because everything seems pretty...
And I think we got the logo for the last team that didn't submit.
Yeah, just not on time for the binder, maybe. So I think that was pretty good.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Even for other pickups. Anyway, Splat Zones, Humpback Pump Track.
Yes.
One of the more open max. This is one of the ones where the Dynamo is going to reign supreme here overall. That Dynamo is definitely going to be able to sit back, get a bunch of ink on that zone. Probably, I would not be surprised to see a Kenza Dynamo opting for the Booyah Bombs instead to get as much ink on that zone as possible. We'll see exactly what happens here. Game 3, 1-1. Who's going to come out on top here?
We will have to find out. I was hoping we'd get some sloshing machines here. I'm very, very excited for it. You know, this is what we want to see. I also like this ballpoint pick because you have enough range to be able to kind of set up off to that side. And you know, it's just really, really strong.
Yeah, definitely. Sloshing Machine Neo is one of the ones I wanted to point out. Normally you just see, you know, you're looking for the Kensa, or if you're picking a sloshing machine, it's probably the Kensa machine, but in this case, opting for that Splat Bomb launcher, opting for a little bit more ink onto the zone. We'll see exactly if that pays out in the long run now, as the Monkeys are going to go ahead and take this lead for the time being very early on in this game.
Yeah, I think that they have done a really good job here so far of holding on to this. You know, as you mentioned earlier, the Dynamo is going to be really commanding for getting a lot of ink onto this zone. And I think that's where Moona Fanclub might be able to edge out when they're ready to make a push here. And they do get control there. Trell is in a tough position, gets called out by the other sloshing machine. So it's a machine off over here. And not quite able to survive Tails' sloshing machine.
Tails going to do a good job of getting that pick, and it's now going to go up this side to try to defend the zone for as long as possible. Again, you want to try to keep those members back away from the zone, because even if they approach the zone a little bit, they can still get ink on it. They can still be a little bit more annoying in your efforts to push. But Tails is going to go down to Moona, has been impressive with this charger. All set so far, is looking to try to keep it up, looking for a couple more picks before their fan club moves back into the zone.
Yeah, it certainly seems like it. I think right now, Moona Fanclub is doing everything they can. They kind of have, you know, they have control of zone right now, and they kind of have to make a really strong push to get some more ink on the other side, because it's very easy for Monkeys to get close enough, and especially because Monkeys has a lot more range in terms of their overall weapons, whereas Moona Fanclub has a few. Really nice shot there.
And that's an interestingly placed splash wall there that got that pick. We're 2 minutes now into this game as a whole, going a little bit more back and forth. Luna's going to try to pop this up. There's just so much ink getting thrown on the zone from both sides, and looks like eventually it's going to go in favor of the Monkeys for the time being. But Moona Fanclub wants to move back in. They don't want to let this penalty wear too much further down before coming back into the zone. Booyah Bomb coming back in. The Dynamo wants to get a little bit close to get a little bit more ink on there, but they have to deal with these two members on the right. Mango going to be able to go ahead and get a double. That's going to be the zone kept for the time being by the Monkeys. 3-down situation still for Moona Fanclub as Moona herself starts to move forward.
I think the Monkeys have done a fantastic job breaking down their penalty. They've really worked every angle that they have, and just holding Moona Fanclub out into their own base is doing them a world of wonder right now. They are able to neutralize zone, though, so Monkeys have to be careful about a lot of this paint coming in from that bomb rush. A beautiful shot from Mango coming in. Moona Fanclub does take zone, putting a 46-point penalty onto Monkeys, so that could spell a little bit of trouble. Beautiful shot. Again, Mango cleaning up.
Mango has been popping off so far late in this set, but now, does Moona Fanclub have a response right now? They just cap the zone again. The Monkeys not letting Moona Fanclub hold on to this zone at all. Vanessa looking for this pick on to this sloshing machine, but can't quite seem to find it. Finally gets the assist, but that's a 3-down situation for Moona Fanclub. They're not going to be able to cap the zone off this, and the Monkeys are going to continue their hold.
Really nice job. Honestly, the Monkeys are doing are doing such a great job holding on to everything that they can. They're pushing forward, they're positioning as well. I'm sure their callouts and their VCs are really, really on fire too. But Moona Fanclub is not giving up. Every opportunity they have to take zone, they have been able to do it, and they at least are able to neutralize it.
Yeah, we're a minute left in this game. Moona Fanclub seems to not have a response so far, but Vanessa's going to be able to get that pick. Now it's still a 2-down situation. Going to be forced to jump out here. Yeah, there's not much you can do there. And again, look at, like, Moona Fanclub is basically backed up in to their little area here. They barely have any ink onto mid. We'll see if they can change that here with 45 seconds left to go.
They certainly do have the time to do so. Booyah comes out. They have 2 specials. Both Booyahs, K-Bot, both Booyahs at the same time, placed right next to each other. They are able to take the zone from that, but they can't quite hold on to it.
They have to hold on to the zone for a long period of time if they want to do so. But Mango coming in clutch yet again. 3-down situation for the side of Moona Fanclub. That is the entire wipe. Mango popping off there a little bit more. And things are looking extremely grim. Do they have time? I don't think they have time to get specials here to get back in, and I don't think they're going to be allowed to do so. Booyah Bomb's going to go ahead and get thrown right at that splash wall. Mango playing so smart so far in this set, and they are going to go ahead and take that game. Booyah Bomb coming in. Okay, that is the cap. We are in overtime, but no one went down there. Booyah Bomb getting thrown at the feet there. By that member of Moona Fanclub. 2-down situation for the Monkeys, so we'll see exactly 2-down both ways. Rizza gets that pick. That's a 3-down situation now as this set continues. Maybe I was wrong to count them out so early. That's a 2-down situation now for the Monkeys. Can Moona Fanclub hold this off? 38 seconds, 37, 36. That keeps counting down now as this continues. At this point, only 20 seconds left to go. Rizza's going to go down finally. That might be the best response for Mango at the time being. Booyah Bomb coming out, 17 now on the clock. Booyah Bomb coming in, but that is going to be loss of control. That is going to be the cap. Here I was thinking that game was not going to be, like, that game was over. And it's still at the same result, but it was so much closer.
It was so good. You could hear kind of the crowd cheering, like just building in excitement and energy at every little thing that went down. 21 from Mango. 21 coming out. Fantastic. 8 Booyah Bombs on the other side. 8. That was amazing.
8. 21.
21 and 8.
Those are big numbers.
Those are huge,
big numbers.
Huge. And guess what? We're going into Clam Blitz on Inkblot Art Academy.
I'm not going to have the breath for this. I'm not. I'm going to have to take a sip my water. I'm sorry. I've been trying to not drink on stream. I've got to.
Honestly, I think this is a really good game that could be a deciding factor here. Clam Blitz on Inkblot Art Academy is such a straight shot from kind of where you want to be. It's just diagonal to that other basket. So I think they have an opportunity to cross right over mid, get those clams in very, very quickly. You're still going to want to be conscious of your usual strategies, the jump in from the baller, any of those bubbles coming out. Especially you like those bubbles if you're hopping the block to try to bring you in a little bit closer. We haven't seen either team play Clam Blitz, so I'm unsure of where their strengths lie and what could go on.
I will say, if this Clam Blitz match, Clam Blitz is going to be a little bit more of an explosive mode. If it's as explosive as that last Splatzones game, I think we're in for a treat here.
Yeah, and I think what we've seen over and over again is that Moona's Fanclub really does prove that in those last seconds, they're very good under pressure. You know, they were able to take that tower control game in those moments. They made a really strong push at the end of that Splatzones game. So maybe we'll see that again come out from them in Clam Blitz. Maybe that's just kind of the style of play that they appreciate and that they're able to build their momentum and kind of go in after that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the one question I have for Moona Fanclub right now is, can you hold off Mango? 21, especially on that last one. Probably going to be picking the K-Pro yet again, going to use that Booyah Bomb. I mean, even the Booyah Bombs that Mango was throwing, he was throwing them so well, so so smartly, I guess. That's probably not proper grammar, but whatever. Game 4 now between these two teams. Do we see a Game 5?
We might. Do
we see a Game 5? Hey, crowd, if you're listening, do we see a Game 5?
I don't think any of them can hear you.
They can't really hear me. I was hoping that my voice could carry far enough, but nonetheless, Game 4 now between these two teams. It's Clam Blitz, Inkblot Art Academy. The Monkeys are up 2-1. Can they finish out the set here?
I am very, very excited to see what we're going to have. I don't know. I'm really, really looking forward to it. I love kind of the comp that we have on Monkeys with this double vanilla and zap.
Double vanilla N-Zap is going to help them with the armor, but I'm really afraid of the amount of pushing specials they have on Clam Blitz.
They have the Booyah, which I kind of feel like is all they need.
So the Booyah Bomb's going to be able to displace them, or displace their opponents well enough, but it's not going to get Ink anywhere other than that little area where it's thrown to displace their opponents. And then the Ink Armor is just going to come in and hopefully give them a little bit of extra protection as they move forward, but there's nothing that, like, jams them in there. Say a baller, say like a splashdown that solidifies their place, or some other, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how they use that as we continue moving on in this match. We'll see exactly if it works out in their favor. Nonetheless, very neutral start in this opening minute of this game. Couple splats going back and forth either way. No team has really developed a firm holding on the map, but right now it's the side of the Moona fan club with the clam control.
I think they were listening to you. They're really making sure that Mango is never going against one player, but it's a 2v1 facing off of Mango each side. So here we go, Moona Fan Club launching that Booyah Bomb under basket. Nobody quite in position to be able to take advantage. There was a jump. Moona gets that jump in and the power clam and a splashdown off as well. They get a couple of loose clams in too, but unfortunately the three of them that were there do go down. Vanessa goes down away from basket. That is a full team wipe and going to end that push.
That's a full team wipe. I would have loved to have seen that played a little bit better. Mango's going to go ahead and find the response to jump in here.
Nice
Are they
job.
going to be able to get any more off of this? That's 2 power claims. So that is the lead, and Tails is going to be up here. They have to respond to Tails soon. That's down to the 36-point mark.
Amazing. That was a fantastic, fantastic push. I think it was really smart too because they were readying up while the basket was still open. Someone was in position. The moment that went down, they picked up that petite clam, they jumped in. These are the textbook clam blitz type of plays that you expect to see.
Exactly, and now we're in a very similar position we were last game. The Monkeys have a relatively commanding lead. We'll see exactly if the Moona Fan Club can bring this back in. Can't quite seem to solidify that pick onto that member is Moona. Mango is now sitting in mid, causing even more of a nuisance, trying to create more of a skirmish in mid. Halfway now through this game. Booyah Bomb getting popped as well as the Ink Armor. Is there anyone there to provide a jump? I don't believe so. Now Tails going down on this right side. That Booyah Bomb and Ink Armor kind of went a little bit to waste, but they were able to get one down. Another one going down now as Sevi takes that pick, and I don't think these power clams are going to go anywhere past mid for the time being.
Yeah, I love this juggle. Vanessa juggling these power clams, making sure that Vanessa and Trell have both of them, but, you know, never using them as the locators that they can be, kind of. But now it looks like they are just taking their time. They have one special online. They're waiting for another one comes up. Okay, that Ink Armor comes out from the Dynamo. One goes down. I believe that was Rissa on the Gal. So I'm worried. Another goes down. It looks like a strong push is coming out from Monkeys too. So Moona Fan Club needs to be very, very ready on this defense.
About 2 power clams live on either side at the time being now, as it looks like the Monkeys are going to start to make their first push moving forward. Booyah Bomb coming in as Tail starts to move forward. That's going to be the power clam in the back of the basket. Can they find a couple more? They are going to get through their penalty clams, and now that's going to be even more. And Sevi comes in. Mango's going to come in with even more. I don't think they have the floor to clean this up, and there's enough blue ink there to protect this for the time being. But that 1 power claim is going to despawn, so they're going to have 2 power clams now in order to make this push back. We have seen Moona Fan Club under pressure before. Can they do it again, and can they be successful in this final push?
They're definitely going to be able to perform under pressure. I'm unclear on if they'll be able to make it work. They do have the opportunity right now. They have 2 specials online. They're waiting it out. They're kind of holding on to as much of mid as possible as Monkeys take some time to respawn and reposition. No, Moona unfortunately does go down with that power clam to that splat bomb. Mango also coming up on this side here, doing a great job applying some pressure, making sure that nobody feels very safe to come up on this flank.
30 seconds now left to go in this game. I imagine the Monkeys might just go for it and make another push. Looks like a couple specials are coming out. Booyah Bomb, Inkstorm as well. Tails starting to move forward, but can't quite seem to find the back of the basket. Sevi now moving forward with 17 seconds left to go on the clock. That's a 3-down situation. They risked it all. They might have opened the window for Moona Fan Club to come back in, but they need a bunch more clams in order to do so. Booyah Bomb is going to get thrown at the bottom of this basket to open up the door for a little bit of ink coverage. Rissa's going to come in with the baller and is going to pop it. Hopefully the jump comes in, but the jump not coming in. Vanessa tries to throw the clam, but it comes up short. Rissa can't quite seem to find that clam. That is going to be the game. And
not necessarily.
I imagine. I keep counting them out. That's going to be the game right there. I don't think there's enough time left to clock. I really don't. Yeah, that's going to be the defensive push right there. If you went around on that end, you would have run out of time. That is the defensive hold that the Monkeys needed at the end of that match. And they held off the threat from Moona Fanclub.
They did. And they did a fantastic job doing so. I think both teams should be really proud of how they played.
Without question.
You know, we got to see Game 4 here, and really strong pressure coming out from Moona Fanclub at the end. So it was a fantastic set to be able to watch.
Absolutely fantastic set. You see the scores at the bottom of your screen. This, like, silver bracket, yeah, whatever, but like all of these matches have been close, and that is the entire goal.
I think it's been fantastic to be able to watch them, because the whole reason as a player that you want to come to a LAN is to have a good time with your friends.
Right.
So having silver bracket is wonderful, if only to be able to continue to enjoy that. You know, yeah, it would be lovely to be able to say this is our winner of silver bracket. You're right, we didn't have the time for that. But being able to kind of showcase a lot of these teams the way that we did, I think was really important, and it shows that none of them are to be counted out of future competitions.
Without